This is a video about quite literally nothing. When I'm starting this, I have no idea where this is going. I have no set plan, no script, just me talking. Unlikely that I'll get any views. I just like to talk. How are you today, YouTube viewer? You good? Hopefully you are. You probably just felt like Dora the Explorer and just went, nope. Hopefully you are deep down. I mean, there's no reason not to be happy. You're a trillion, if not more, in one chance of being alive. Due to all the factors about genetics, the planet, the whole chance of existence. Unless you're an optimist, in which it's 50-50 chance. You either do exist or you don't exist. But do we really exist? I mean, what's reality? Is what we perceive real? How do we know it's real? This may all just be some kind of construct all inside my head, your head. I mean, I can touch a table, and how do I know that I'm really touching the table? How do I know that my brain isn't just, or what I believe to be my brain, the essence of my soul, to know there's a table? How do I know that it's not some kind of placebo effect? That the essence of my being has allowed me to sense it in a way that I would perceive as real. Does that make it real? Or if I were to believe I stroked a unicorn, does that mean I really stroked a unicorn? It's all a matter of opinion. Some people will just be like, you're touching a table. What are you talking about? But maybe I just think about things too much. But is that all you really have in the end, is to think? Thinking's amazing ability. You don't really know how much you think until, well, you think about it. You think every moment from when you live to when you die. Even when you sleep, you think. What are you thinking about right now? I'm thinking about how this is a load of shit, and probably been like WTF. But there's nothing else for me to do, so may as well just talk silently into my microphone at 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about reality from a black screen to someone that I don't know. I mean, you're a complete stranger, yet I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking into the future about someone listening to my voice in the past. They will be, well, they won't. They'll be listening to a mimic of my voice, but isn't that just as good as the original? It's almost identical sound waves. It doesn't need to come from me to be real. It's hard to think of things to say when there's no one on the other end to listen. There are things that are way beyond us, and stuff like God. If there is one, if there isn't one. It's all a matter of opinion in the end. Whatever gets you through the day. I hate the idea of when atheists and Christians battle it out, and it seems like they're both pushing their ideas on each other, when they should just respect each other's opinions. Whatever gets them through the day. If you're an atheist, are you going to tell that little old woman who goes to church every day, well, every week, every day maybe, who prays for her dead husband, are you going to tell her that God doesn't exist and she's just going to go to a void of nothingness when she dies? Or Christians, are you going to force your ideas on someone who doesn't want to accept it? Are you going to say that they're wrong? What proof do you have on either way? If an atheist just comes along with ideas about the universe, you'll just say that God done it, or God caused it. The only consistent ideas of a God that I can think of is that it wasn't created, and it created the universe. It can't be all-powerful, because if it was, then could it create a stone so powerful that not even itself can lift it? I don't really want to assign a gender to it, because it has no image, except in the Bible where it says that man was created in the image of God. Well, man is the image of God. There are plenty of people that are different in looks, personality. Is everyone combined? Is Plato's idea of the form humans the proper image of God? What defines a human? It's consciousness. If I'm unconscious, does that not make me human? Or is it to feel sympathy for another human? To be honest, I've never probably felt sympathy for another person. I don't even feel sympathy for myself, let alone someone else. I live life day to day, thinking about things, thinking more than normal. I think so much to the point that people don't get me. They could get me if I just took them through the ideas from start to beginning. But no one really has the time, the patience. I mean, average lifespan's about 75 years, now increasing with modern day technology, but using the expression, I'm busy. I mean, can you not take, 5 minutes out of your life? I mean, as a percentage, that's not even worth counting for. Take that out of your life just to think about things for 5 minutes. See life in an entirely new way. It's amazing how much you can think about just what, this past 10 minutes now, talking into a microphone by myself. Yeah, I've thought about a great deal. There may be people out there who may be like, the fuck is this shit? Dislike. And there may be other people just sitting contently, listening to what I'm saying. Then there's the billions of people who can't even understand me. Yeah, if I was to talk the same language as them, they'd understand my ideas. I'd be able to project my thoughts, an idea, an abstract thing into the minds of someone else. And that's not a human-only trait. I mean, animals do on a certain level, like wolves organizing hunts. But humans do on an entirely different level. I believe they can make another person feel as they do. Convey emotion. Not in the sense of facial expression, but general opinions, even if they're not directly said. We see beyond the obvious. We see them, as it was saying. We use all of our senses, and at one moment it just all forms into a mosaic, a click. I can't really find a word for it, but just collective ideas of how you feel and stuff. How the universe actually is at one point through sight, smell, taste, even. There's more than 5 senses, but the basic ones are enough to describe the universe at one point in time, enough for you to know how to deal with it, enough for you to have an opinion on it. I mean, if you never had any senses, you can't have an opinion on anything. Even with one sense, there'll always be people with other opinions on things. I mean, if you were just to take away everything else, just say sound, people have different tastes in music. Taste, people have different tastes in taste. It's all a matter of opinion. That's the thing I can't understand, is where opinions come from. I mean, two twins brought up in the same way will both have opinions. Different ones. Sometimes, most likely the same ones usually, but they can have different opinions on things. And that's what's strange. What's the common deciding factor? I mean, apart from, like, if you were to take away all outside factors, what is it that defines the choice? Outside factors is quite a good thing to think about. A book comes to mind, Lord of the Flies. I read that about a year ago. It was quite interesting. Those of you who haven't read it, it's about a plane that's flying over the Atlantic. It gets shot down, and all that survives are a bunch of boys being evacuated from Warton Bryn. And on that island, they first start off as they find each other. and then they set up some kind of makeshift government. But their ideas of society are not fully formed. They're only children, and they want to do the right thing and be all proper and British about it, be democratic, vote, etc. But other people have ideas, and in the book these ideas are counted as angry, or aggressive, even evil. But in the end, the majority go towards evil because they have no idea of, they have no one to enforce right upon you. And this is really where evil comes from. There is no alternative factor of media, of there is no outside force. So this is present within us all at all times, and we secretly want this. But we're forced by society to be nice people, to help another person, to contribute, to be the definition of society. Is this really our natural state? Are we meant to be this way? Evidently not. I don't want to be this way. I'm not saying I just want to go outside and kill someone. It's just there's an element of restriction on us, probably at all times. Feels like we're not trusted. In the end, we shouldn't be. We are humans. In the end, humans are animals. And you can never trust an animal 100%. 99.99999. But in the end, it's an animal. In the back of your mind, you'll always want to fix that 0.00001%. Sure, you can, once you have restrictions on that, in a dog you could have the perfect guard dog. In humans, you have the perfect society. Society benefits them, the government. But in some ways it benefits us. It benefits us greatly. But not as greatly as if we weren't. If we could just go out, rob a bank, that would benefit us more. But we can't do that. Probably for the best. Get shot or something. Well, I believe this may be the end of our little discussion, one-sided as it may be. To decide against not uploading it, I'm not going to check through the audio, so I will probably just upload it straight away. So if there's any errors, any bad put forwarding of my ideas, then feel free to comment. And goodbye.